Would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What's good, YouTube? Today we're chopping it up with another reaction video. This one was crazy, I can't lie. Like, you have to tune in. I watched this on live. Like, everyone else in the chat was having mad reactions to it as well. Anyways, let's get straight into it. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Today's video we're watching, let me show you guys. Black Twitter wants Myron Gaines banned after this latest crash out. I haven't heard anything about this yet, so it's just my raw reaction. I can't lie, I did watch a couple videos on him already, and he does seem like a bit of a knob, so, you know, if he's banned, it's probably for a good reason. Yo, as well, look at this pizza I'm eating right now. You see this? That's half ham and pineapple and half New Yorker. Also, my cookie was split in half because it was on the edge of the box. You see all I've gone it off, but you see all the cookie there, just on the side of the box. And this is what was like on the outside of the box. Let me show you two parts of my pizza, of my cookie. You see that? W pizza, but they messed up on the cookie. And then I also, just on the side as well, I've just got a chocolate bar, because why not? You get me? Let me make sure the quality is good.
Divide in America. Everybody is losing their mind. And to be honest, I feel like this situation is pretty cut and dry. I don't understand where the huge controversy is coming from. I think a white woman or any woman of that matter calling a five...
I can't lie, he probably done something that's definitely worth getting cancelled or banned or whatever.
5-year-old black boy, the hard ER in the middle of a park.
Wait, when did this happen?
Where other kids are around. I feel like that's pretty cut and dry. I don't really need too much context to figure out why that is deplorable and horrible. But apparently not everybody thinks that way.
Did you call the word?
Your fucking business.
It is not business. You call him a...
Yo, why? Yo, why is she like... Why is she doing that with her tongue? Why is she doing that at the camera?
Call the word?
Your fucking business.
Yo.
It is not business. You call him a...
Embarrassing. Imagine that. Imagine you do some dumb stuff like this, and now you're all over the internet. You get what you deserve. I can't lie. But what's this got to do with Myron?
Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
You
Yo, why is she just so confident in saying it? She's definitely been saying it on the daily since she was conceived.
All right, that's what you say.
You're not digging for people.
Nobody digging to your...
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a...
Because we currently live in a contrarian society and there's an ongoing race war online among Americans, this pretty cut and dry situation of a deplorable human being being exposed turned into her raising over $700,000 for call.
What? She raised money after this? For what? Go... Wait, what? There's no way. This can't be real. This can't be for her. How does one raise 700,000 for racism? You get me? That's not
Calling a black kid the hard ER. So the racist or the sellouts will cope with their decisions of donating to a white woman who called an autistic black kid the hard ER by bringing up this Carmelo Anthony situation.
That's what I mean. Exactly. That's almost the mill. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, for what? Being racist.
And claiming that because people donated to Carmelo Anthony after he was accused of murdering his white classmate. So because Carmelo Anthony received money for...
Oh my god, that's such a stupid thing to say. That's such a stupid thing to say. It's such a dumb comparison, first off, but I'm not even going to get into that. Second off, you get me? We're all the same deep down, you get what I mean? We all bleed the same, you know? We all hurt the same, you get what I mean? Like...
For his legal defense, it's okay for them to donate to a white woman who called an autistic 5-year-old black kid the hard ER in the middle of...
Donate for what?
of a park. I'm not donating to Carmelo Anthony. I have better use of my money. Now, if I thought it was really about Carmelo Anthony, I could somewhat sympathize with being rage baited in that manner, but it's not about Carmelo Anthony, bruh. The same people who are claiming they donated to a racist white woman who called an autistic 5-year-old black boy the hard ER because of the Carmelo Anthony donations are the same people who donated to George Zimmerman when he was accused of killing Trayvon Martin. So now those people all of a sudden think that a person accused of murder shouldn't get donations. Get out of my face, bro. Obviously, it's not about Carmelo Anthony. It's about people.
Mums, though, he's actually spitting facts. Like, you know, if it was the other way around, they'd be donating. You get what I mean? It's got nothing to do with the person or, you know. Where does that money go? It goes to them. So she's just made 700k for just being racist.
Identifying with Shiloh Hendrix. They identify with her. They see themselves in her, right? They see themselves in a racist because they're racist. That's what it's about, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about the Carmelo Anthony donations. And I'm not a supporter of Carmelo Anthony. I'll say I'm going to wait until trial happens, bro. All right? I'm going to wait until he clears his name or gets found guilty.
She gets it. So if she set up the page and people donate him, she'll get that money. You get me? She'll get on her account and she can, you know, put in her bank details. Now she's got 700k. For rate. Oh. What is wrong that? But she's not the one that's donating though, you get me? She's being donated to. Like, other people are donating to her, so it's not like she's not donating to the cause. Like, you get what I mean? She's being donated to, so people are donating to her because she was racist. Like, that makes no sense.
And when he gets found guilty, sayonara. And if he's innocent, well, free him. But I'm going to wait for the court process to play out. But for y'all to say y'all are upset because he received donations for a murder of his classmates, but the same people who are upset donated to George Zimmerman. So it's not about Carmelo Anthony, it's about them seeing themselves within Shiloh Hendrix. And for the small percentage of people that donated who are against George Zimmerman and Carmelo Anthony, well, your logic is flawed. This is like PETA claiming that they are anti-living organisms being eaten, and then in protest of humans eating living organisms, they go out and eat living humans. It just don't make sense. The logic would be inconsistent and flawed. Piers Morgan invited on Myron, Mark Lamont Hill, Lily.
When did this happen? I'm only finding out about this. This might just be because I don't live in the US, you get me? But I'm just finding out about that now. But Piers Morgan's British. Bro, how did I not know about this till now?
And other people to talk about this, to debate it, to give their perspective on the Shiloh Hendrix situation. And things went left fairly quickly. And Myron got a lot of backlash on Black Twitter for his comments made during this episode.
There are a couple of...
Yeah, but difference between you and her, you know. She's not going to donate it to a good cause because she's not a good person, you get me? She's a racist.
Things that were said that I think are really interesting and important. One, there is an outside audience of people who are watching all of this and opportunistically using it for their own agendas and projects.
What other context could it be?
You know, I have an investment in believing X, so I'm going to jump in the comments of this GoFundMe, etc. I have an investment in Y, I'm going to do the same thing. But what I don't want to do is compare these two things as if they're opposite sides of the same coin. For me, the intention of the campaign matters. In the case of this woman who is using the N-word, the woman isn't disputing using the N-word. The woman isn't disputing being racist. And the comments that are being...
What's the... Yeah, it was 0-0. What's the argument here? What is the logical argument? Oh, yeah. She's not saying she's not racist. Okay, case closed.
Left on the site before they were suspended, and the attitudes behind it weren't saying she's being railroaded, she's being misrepresented. They were simply saying we support racism, and I think that's disgusting. No
Exactly.
matter who's doing it. On the other hand, the people who are fundraising for Carmelo Anthony, the argument here isn't, yeah, we did something and we don't care, like the other woman. The argument is we're being misrepresented here. We're being railroaded.
I think Mark is on point. The majority of people who donated to this woman, I think they're in support of racism. I do think there is a select few where they're just sick and tired of being told what to do.
I can't believe there's enough people out there that's this racist to donate to this woman's cause to raise almost $1 million. What world we live in, right?
Dude, they're just sick and tired of feeling oppressed by white liberals or liberals in general. They look at the Carmelo Anthony situation. They see the white teenager who got killed. They see all the donations that Carmelo Anthony got, and they automatically think, yo, white folks are under attack. So now those people who've been brainwashed by social media is voting or donating to Shiloh, thinking they're donating to a cause, when in fact all they're doing is donating for a racist woman, right? Is like, bro, they've been tricked into thinking there's a race war in the real world. It's not. It's on social.
There's also no cause. Like, there is no cause. But how stupid is that? It's not even like, oh, you know, my son's got this disease, I need to... No, there's no cause. They're donating just because she's racist. That makes no sense. I might have to start, like, a GoFundMe and be like, yo, donate to me, please.
Social media, entirely on social media. But this panel really reinforces what Mark said, because after Mark is speaking, this troll Lily, she's a white girl who went viral for saying the N-word on TikTok, and after she did it, she said that she only did it because she wanted to go viral. She got tired of working a 9 to 5, and she wanted to parlay this into a...
What? Excuse me, she got tired of working 9 to 5, but she wanted to go viral. So she said the N-word. I'm sure there's better ways to go viral.
media career. I guess it worked because now she's on Piers Morgan, like giving her opinion that we don't care about. But she openly admits, I'm racist. I'll support Shiloh because I'm racist. And bro, this left Piers Morgan shocked. But I'm kind of glad she said that, because that reinforces what Mark is saying.
Would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You would?
Oh my days. You know what, looking at her, she's gonna start saying in a second, she's gonna be like, yep, just get rid of the Jews too. I'm joking, obviously. Oh, seriously.
I do, quite frankly.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the N-word repeatedly, you are...
Oh my god. Oh my god, I was actually right. I was joking. I was actually right.
You are a racist, then, are you? Are you...
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be clear, you
Mums, I actually did predict it as well.
just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate
Uses
to
it
use the
about
N-word?
black people.
When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Black folks allow themselves to get tricked out of position.
What am I watching right now? What am I... On TV. On live TV. She's just going, yeah, I'm racist. Yeah, I used the N-word. How's that become okay?
By getting upset at people like this. Yo, she admits it. I'm a racist. Cool. Now we understand, right? Like who you are. There's no need to get upset, to repost your stuff, to at you or tag you, to try to combat you. You're just who you are. Just go away in obscurity. But because of people like Lily who are adamant supporters of Shiloh, that proves Mark Lamont.
You know what? I don't support violence in it, but if somebody came along and, you know, I wouldn't be too sad.
My point. People who are supporting like Carmela aren't saying it's okay to murder white people. No. People who support Shiloh is saying it's okay to call a 5-year-old autistic black kid the hard ER. And that's where we're currently at in this discussion. Now, I would say, though, I'm against people who were...
Take black out of it. Take the black out of it. Just an autistic kid. Why would you be calling an autistic kid anything? You know?
In like their hometown, protesting for Shiloh to be arrested, protesting for her to go to jail. Now that's out. All right? That's out. We're Americans. It's freedom of speech. We may not like what she said, but she shouldn't go to jail for it, bruh. That's corny and that's despicable.
Are looking for the woman in question to be charged.
You need to charge Shiloh.
Many in the community feeling uneasy.
I'm a black person myself and I have black children, and I worry about them every day when they go outside.
Speakers included
I'm glad she specified that she was black.
Officials from Rochester's Community Engagement Response Team.
Justice needs to be more than a word right now. It needs to become a standard, okay?
A representative of the Somali community.
The pain this child endured is a pain that echoes through every one of us.
And Mirkim Norton, who spoke on the city's effort to condemn racism and create a safe community for all.
In all fairness, though, like, I'm not protecting, you know, I don't know what else she said, but, like, it's a 5-year-old child. Like, he probably doesn't even understand what it means, you know. You get me? But, yeah, poor child.
Rochester stands with you against all forms of discrimination, racism, and hate.
It's time to stop marching and we got to show some action.
As this story continues, protesters say they will continue to speak out against hateful speech and racism in the community. Reporting in Rochester, I'm Aaliyah Demery,
I think it's perfectly okay to call out both sides. Call out anybody who was online pushing for criminal charges over words being said. You know why? Because that person ain't good for America either. And then critique the other people who believe somebody should be a millionaire for calling a 5-year-old black kid the hard ER. Those people aren't good for America either. We could say...
You know what problem this creates as well? Thank God I live in the UK, because you know what problem this creates? Imagine now, you know, she's done it and she's gone away. And she's got millions from it. Now the next person does it. And the next person does it. And now everyone's doing it. You get me? Like,
hey, Shiloh is a despicable human being. I don't think her employer should still employ her because those values probably don't co-align with their company. I think Shiloh should
it is a grown woman. This is a grown woman doing this.
For social consequences. I don't think the government should be able to step in and criminally prosecute somebody for words. Shiloh didn't threaten to hurt that kid. Shiloh didn't threaten to do harm.
Man said money question. Yo, pause for a second. Too far. Listen, don't get any ideas.
To that kid, I don't feel like her words should put her in jail. Because once you start okaying and...
I can't lie. I almost finished the pizza. But, you know, that's what's left. That's what's left. I crossed... Oh my god. I crossed like 2 and a bit slices because I can't lie, you know when you have the same flavour, you get me over and over and it just gets a bit jarring. But I'm tucked into these cookies though. let me show you the cookies. We seen for that. Even though they messed with one of mine and split in half somehow, but it's cool. I got ideas. I got no ideas. Don't worry. Only ideas I got is me and Toichi. Oh my days! Listen, you gotta chill out with you and Toichi. Yeah.
And green lighting the government stepping in and prosecuting people for hurting people's feelings. You know what's next, bruh? We next, bruh. All right, we go to jail for making white tears rain. Cut it out, bruh. Now, Piers redirected the conversation to Myron. Myron had the perfect alley-oop here. Myron could have shut up everybody on the internet who wants to call him racist or white supremacist. He could have shut them up, bruh. If Myron would have came out and said, man, I don't condone Lily, I don't condone Shiloh, I don't condone racism whatsoever, oh, Myron would have been up. Now you can never come online and call Myron a racist or a white supremacist. Now, I know in real life, I don't think Myron is a racist. I don't think Myron is a white supremacist in real life. I think Myron...
It could just be the act for, you get me, clicks being viral, you know. That's how he's done it so far, but still. I don't get what's so wrong. Like, when you see all these people going viral, you know, podcasts, YouTube, all that, TikTok, like, why can't you just be like your genuine self? You get what I mean? But yeah, you get what I mean. Like they put on this like Myron, for example, he acts all like, you know, white supremacist.
Because of the hate he gets online, I think Myron is fighting back against the people who hate him. And 9 times out of 10, the people who don't like Myron or want to cancel Myron are black folks. So when I see Myron do certain things online, I look at it as he's going against the people who he believes hate him and he views them as enemies, opposed to every black person. So Myron had the alley-oop, but he didn't dunk it, bruh. Myron instead, like, skirted around the issue of rather...
What he did, he had the perfect lineup. He dribbled it a little bit. Then he went back to halfway line, shot, and he airballed it.
Or not, he was willing to denounce Shiloh and Lily.
Bring in Myron Gaines, because you've been smirking and laughing. What's funny about any of this?
Well, I mean, I find it interesting that you guys want to virtue signal and, you know, wag the finger and say she's a racist and everything else like this.
No,
but
she admitted she's a racist.
Well, let me
I'm not
finish
wagging
my
a
point.
finger at anybody.
She's
I don't need to
self-identified as a
wag.
racist.
Proceeds to point out they're wagging a finger, and he literally wags his finger.
Myron, with respect, Myron, I don't need to wag a finger when somebody says, yeah, I'm racist, I use the N-word against black people, I don't care. That's a racist. I'm not wagging any finger. I'm not accusing anybody. She is admitting it proudly. Even you can't defend that, surely.
Everybody is racist to some degree. The reality...
Yo, what? Yo, what is this guy waffling about? Everyone's racist to some degree.
reality is it depends on, a lot of people want to be politically correct. A lot of people want to sit there and say, I'm not racist at all. We all have biases. We all have stereotypes. We all make jokes. We all are racist to some degree. Now, how racist you are is a whole other situation, but everyone is racist. That's number one.
Not everyone is racist. Everyone may be prejudiced just a little bit. Everyone may have some type of bias leaning towards their particular race, but not everyone.
At least this guy understands. Get him on the TV.
One believes that their race is more superior than other races and other races are subhuman. Not everyone believes that, bruh. And I feel like we do have to make a drastic line between prejudice and races. Not everyone dehumanizes and call other races slurs that were used to dehumanize that race. I think Myron is just being loyal in a situation where he don't have to be loyal. She said it openly. She said, yes, I'm that. Hey, bruh, if she want to call herself that, then she's that. I don't support that. I could, and keep it pushing. You don't need to defend her. Now, Myron moved past Lily and gave his take on the Shiloh situation.
Everyone is racist. That's number one. Next thing I want to say. See, I think this Shiloh Hendricks and Metcalf situation is a microcosm of a much bigger problem. And that bigger problem is what I call systemic organized. And what I mean by this is for decades, we've had black people literally running around with black supremacy, committing crimes, not getting accountability.
You know what vexes me though? You know what vexes me? No. When people make the stereotype, oh, black people, oh, they run around doing crime, you know. The reason some neighborhoods are like that, you get me, is because, you know, not because of their race, but, you know, in poorer neighborhoods that happens. You get what I mean? Look at a white neighborhood that's poorer. You get me? It's the same results. A poor white neighborhood, a poor Mexican neighborhood, any poverty-stricken neighborhood has the same issues. And then I love how they go and try and pin it on black people when it's not that issue. It's a poverty issue, not a race issue.
For their act.
And there's no one race that's more than the other, because each person is individual. You get what I mean? Each person is individual, but also the same, because everyone's individual. You get what I mean? So like you know, I'm individual to anyone else. I'm individual to everyone else, but I'm also, you know, I'm the same as you, you know? You get what I mean? I'm made of the same material, you know, I bleed the same. The only thing they talk about it, like, the only difference is melanin. They've got a little bit more melanin in your skin than you do. It's like, for example, how can he be talking about this? He's black himself. He's literally black, and he's not running around doing crime, being a black supremacist, is he? He literally disproves his own point by existing. That legit makes no sense. Like, the only difference is just the melanin content, and otherwise no different to a white person.
Actions, and then they blame the system for it. For example, George Floyd, criminal. Ferguson, criminals. Freddie Gay.
Yeah, okay. I don't think the point of George Floyd, I don't want to talk on this too much because I know it can be a bit of a sensitive topic, but I don't think they were mad. I don't think the point of, you know, the whole George Floyd thing, I don't think the point is that they were mad that, oh, George got arrested. No. They were triggered because, you know, okay, he might have been this, might have been that. Doesn't mean he should lose his life. Doesn't mean he deserves to lose his life, you know. Maybe he deserves to be arrested, you know, but he doesn't deserve to lose his life.
Hey, Gray, criminal. A lot of these people are criminals, and what ends up happening is they challenge the police officer, they get into a physical altercation, things go left, they die, something happens, use of force is utilized.
The thing is, they do not deserve to die, though. They don't deserve to die. Yeah, they've made some bad decisions. That does not warrant them to be killed.
And then they want to cry about the result, when in reality, it's not the police killing black people, it's black people killing black people. And if you want to talk about black on white violence, black people kill white people 2 times as much. And on top of that, most of the shootings in America, a lot of the times, are white cops killing other unarmed white men. So this whole systemic racism or police brutality, or, oh, it's all so messed up. The reality is this. Black people have been able to get away with a ridiculous amount of privilege in America for a very long time. They're able to be racist with impunity. They're able to call white people crackers without being challenged back. And quite frankly, white America's had enough of it. And
that's so stupid. White people didn't get enslaved. White people didn't get enslaved and called crackers and whipped, and I'm pretty sure, let me double check, I'm pretty sure they're called that because they used to crack the whips. Why do people refer to whites as, yeah. Exactly what I was saying, because they're the ones that used to crack the whip. So how is that, you know, Is that the same as saying, oh yeah, if I called a white person master, that would be offensive? Like, oh, it's so stupid. Such a stupid point to make.
And the chickens have come to roost. Now, look, am I saying that's awesome? Am I saying that's great? No, but for literally the better part of almost 2 decades since the Obama era, we've had to have BLM and liberalism shoved down our throats, and quite frankly, we're all tired of it.
He's not wrong. I do appreciate him saying, is it right? No. Do I support it? No. I do appreciate Myron saying that, at least clarifying the side you stand on. But he's not wrong in terms of where this is coming from. Every oppressed group starts off here.
That's what I was telling you. Oppression and poverty. That's what causes this, not the color of their skin.
Pendulum of justice. And as they advocate, as they push, they make their rounds. Eventually, they push enough to where they finally get equality. But just as every oppressed group in the history of the world, they keep pushing because they can't recognize they finally got equality. They keep pushing. So now eventually the oppressed becomes the privileged. And once the oppressed sit in a position of the privileged, they don't want to give it up. So they keep pushing. And eventually, the people who are once in the privileged position, they start going harder to bring them back. But as they push harder to drag them back to the middle mark or drag them back to the mark that before the equality mark, that's kind of push and shove starts happening now. The people who sit in a position of privilege now, whenever the other groups try to bring them back, they feel that's oppression. Just like white folks. When black folks was trying to bring them back because they was too privileged, they felt it's oppression. So when Myron speak on BLM and the destruction that happened, when Myron speak on wokeism and the destruction that wokeism caused.
I can't lie though. I will say that in my opinion, no person in real life really thinks like this. But like it's a very small percentage. It's a very small percentage of people that actually think like this in real life, you get me? But like I've said this before, when it's the media, this type of stuff, it gets blown up because this type of stuff goes viral, this type of stuff, and more people see it, so it seems like it's a bigger issue than it really is. But this is just crazy, raising almost $1 million for...
Yo, this is just people of the conservative or on...
It's not even like it's legal fees either, because you don't have to pay any legal fees.
The right wing or white folks, this is them fighting back. And we can't ignore the cause of it. We can all acknowledge this is wrong, this is not cool. But you also have to acknowledge the cause, which Myron is right. Now, towards the end of this, Myron violated. What Myron did towards the end, I don't support it, okay? So Piers begins to talk back to Lily, okay? And he begins to encourage her to say the N-word again. Bro, say the N-word, say the N-word.
I don't agree with that, can't lie.
So when Piers began to kind of push or antagonize Lily to say the N-word, Mark Lamont Hill goes crazy. And while Mark Lamont Hill is going crazy, Myron starts waving like a gun or like a flag, like a gun flag, whatever it's called. He starts waving that with the N-word with the hard ER on it. And I'm like, Myron, come on, bro.
Why does he just have that? Can we just ask, why did he just have that?
Use a Scott. Myron is an intellectual, bro. Doing that is kind of crazy.
I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
well, go
not
on, then
have
say
to,
it. Say
you
the
will
end.
not.
Yo, may I ask, what is her point? What is she doing? I have not heard her speak once. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I have not heard her speak once so far.
Go on, say the N-word. Go on.
No. Don't invite. No.
No.
I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she...
Look at this dumbass guy. Look at this dumbass face, bro. Nah.
He says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me.
Alright, look at the two races. Of course, the two racist society is smiling and laughing.
me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here, you and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and asking her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Pierce. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's racist, and I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you all very much.
I feel like Mark Lamont Hill going off that crazy gives the power to people like Lily. Like, black folks shouldn't be that expressive, bro, when talking about the N-word. You know why? Because it gives them power.
I hear that. I can't lie. Like, I would have been a little... In that situation, I wouldn't be too triggered, you know, because I'm not like... I don't get too angry when people say it. I can't lie. That's what I mean. Yeah, literally. She's an NPC. Lady in the red dress is an NPC. Yo, where was I, sorry?
Bro, when talking about the N-word. You know why? Because it gives them power.
Like, I can't lie, I wouldn't have gotten that mad because I'm not like, I don't get like triggered when people say it. Especially not over the internet. But it's more like, sort of, if someone says it to me in person, it's like the intent, you get what I mean? It's like the intent, because if it's intent to harm, you know, if it's intent to, then... If it's malicious, then I might be like, you know, but so, you know, you can use it just casually, like, as in, yo, what's up, man? Or, yo, this, yo, this, was trying to beef me, you get me? Like, you know, you can just use it casually. Like, I know white people that use it casually, you get me? But they don't use it in a malicious way.
It makes them think that this is something they can say to really traumatize black folks because they don't like black people, all right? Look, I don't know not one person, including myself, who is going to bed traumatized because the N-word was used in front of us. Bro, I remember being at the Fargo Mall.
That was, to be fair, that was a very big overreaction from that guy, I will add. But, you know, I think the right way to go about that would have been, yo, Piers, can you drop it? Because I don't feel that's necessary for her to say that word, as it's, you know, discriminatory, it's racist, and I don't want to be hearing that. That's simple.
One time with like my homie Sam. All right, yo, I haven't seen Sam in like 6 years. So Sam Tarwo, if you out there, Sam Tarwo, if you out there, bro, from Fargo, North Dakota, bro, hit me up, bro. I haven't seen Sam in like a decade. So, like, we is going through Walmart, man, buying some stuff, and this woman just starts screaming at Sam the N-word, because I guess like Sam accidentally bumped into her, bro. She just started screaming the N-word, and bro, we laughed. Like, it wasn't something that we looked at as like traumatizing.
Yeah, mums, I would actually be laughing at that situation.
It was funny. We laughed at her because to see this lunatic in Walmart this upset, this angry at like the age of like 66 years old, like she was like, oh, like close to 70, screaming this N-word. Yeah. All right. Now, what I will say though, man, is this Shallow situation has brought out a lot of grifters. Like, a lot of people has been grifting. All right, the NAACP raised like $340,000 for the black boy, which I think that's not grifting, that's cool. But then you have other people coming out, raising donations, promising to fight Shallow. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all gotta cut it out, bro. Like, yo.
I can't lie, the people raising money to fight. I think, I'm not mad at it. You know, it's stupid that people are actually donating to it, thinking it's serious. But it's like, you know, it's not serious. It's not serious. They just want that quick buck. It's like, I can't lie, I've only donated to one cause. It's quite stupid actually. I donated a $5 for a GoFundMe to get Lily Phillips deported from England. And deported from the UK, I think that's what it was. Quite stupid. It's funny. It's funny actually. Yeah, if you don't know who Lily Phillips is that girl that went through like 1,000 men or something, and there was a petition to get Lily Phillips deported from the UK. I can't lie, if I'm being honest, I saw that and I was like, yeah, I know there's a waste of money in it, but $5 right there, you get me? You know, maybe it goes to a good cause and maybe she gets deported for running for 100 guys, but 1,000 or whatever, but maybe not.
Y'all trying to monetize off this situation too doesn't really make y'all point too much valid, right? Like, y'all can't claim nobody should be able to profit off a 5-year-old boy saying the N-word.
The footage from the UK, yeah. I fully paid the $5 for that petition. I'm not lying. Like, I think I only had to, I think the minimum you could pay was like, I think there was like a 50p minimum. And I was like, nah, I'm a 10x that.
Outside of that 5-year-old boy, or sorry, being called the N-word, outside that 5-year-old boy, and then you have like activists now starting their own GoFundMe to raise money to fight Shiloh in the court of law. Cut it out, bruh. But if you do want to support...
Oh, in the court of law. I can't lie, I thought they were about fighting Shiloh as in, you get me? As in that type, get in the ring, get in the octagon.
People who are doing it the right way, I do believe that Keandra Damone is doing it the right way. She's not asking...
After white women went viral for hurling racial slurs at black children, Keandra launched a campaign to stop her from profiting from 600k donated through Give a Second Care. This is just about hate. It's about platforms enabling the hate. Or they've dropped 1k and then
asking for money. She has been like really going crazy. I think she like cracked the sourcing code or the coding source, whatever it's called, bruh, to expose the payment processor. So she has been doing things to really attack or go after like Shiloh.
Yo, so she hacked it. So this whole time, that site could have been hacked. But like it's only happened now because of this. That is crazy to think. Like it could have happened to anyone. Like it could be like stopped receiving funds, but it's happened because of this. It's happened for a good cause.
To make sure that Shiloh don't really get any of the money, you know, by trying to get the payment processor to cancel the website and the hosting gig, and really trying to, you know, like contact Jack Dorsey and Square to make sure that the payments get refunded. So Keandra has been doing it the right way. Other people who's been asking for donations to help fight it, don't give your money to them, okay? Like, support Keandra. She's not asking for money, but I feel like, you know, a follow, a word of encouragement is probably great. Keandra is separate from Benjamin Crump. So regardless of your opinion on Benjamin Crump, Keandra is her own person and her own entity, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Do you guys feel like Myron actions on Piers Morgan live up to, I guess, being canceled? Let me know what you guys think, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, to find out why Benzino panicked and walked out after being exposed mid-interview. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks.
Anyways, that's a W video, man. I can't lie, I had no clue of any of this actually going on. But yeah, I can't lie, that's where the video ends. So I'm going to end the recording. You get me? Yo, I just got sent a tenner from someone I didn't even know I sent a tenner to. It's funny, I get that all the time. Like I let someone borrow money and I forgot that they even owe me, and then they just send me the money back randomly. I'm like, oh, calm, sick. But yeah, that's been a good video anyway. 310. No. Like I let them borrow £10, and they just paid me back, but I didn't know that. I just forget it. Like I don't write it down anything. Like I only pay attention when it's people that I don't know if they're actually gonna pay me back or not. And that's what I like mentally pay attention. Alright, nice try. But like when it's like my boys in it that and they'd be like, yo, can I have a tenner? And I know they pay me back all the time. I just be like, yeah, I kind of forget about it until they pay me back. Yo, anyways, this is where the recording for YouTube stops. I might carry on with the stream. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You know, I hope this has been a good video for you guys too. If you like the video, drop a like down below and subscribe. Anyways, you should see a suggested video pop up somewhere either side of me and also my page, so you can subscribe. And anyways, it's been a good video. Foza, peace out.